Hey guys, Al here, Vitalize Seed. Gosh, over the last week or two, I've gotten a lot of emails, calls, texts, Facebook messaging about soil testing. So I think I'm going to try to do a couple videos on how to do a soil test, what are some things we can do to limit variability, and then also in this video I wanted to touch on what are some things we should be getting in a good soil test, or at least in the results page. So we use Ward Labs. We sell Ward Labs on our website at Vitalize Seed. There's a lot of other good labs out there. What I want to make sure is noted, though, is when you get your results from the lab that you're working with, a lot of times people will go with the cheapest option, but the cheapest option often leaves off a lot of the most important data. So I made a quick list here. Maybe I left something off, but this will at least get you started. pH, which is obviously a measure of soil acidity. We then have our organic matter, which is a level of the organic matter in the soil, which you can look up the rates of organic matter mineralization that occurs, which is essentially nutrients that are going to become available throughout the growing season. Your macros, so that's going to be NPK. It's nice. Ward gives you nitrate, so not just your organic matter is going to, of course, hold nitrogen that gets mineralized throughout the growing season and becomes available, but they actually give you your nitrate at 6 inches. So that's the nitrogen in the nitrate form, so it's ready to be assimilated or taken up by the plant right now. Your micronutrients, which is everything, the one they don't give you for that test is your boron. And then the last two items that I find to be extremely critical, especially when you have all of this other data, is your CEC and also your base saturation. So CEC is cation exchange capacity. A cation is just a positively charged ion, and that's going to give you the opportunity to see what type of soil you have. So if it's a 1 or a 2, it's a really sandy soil, and if it's a 25, it's a heavy clay soil. And then the last one, like I said, is base saturation. So base saturation is what percentage of that CEC is made up of those positively charged ions. So this is critical because this can help us to balance the soil structure from a chemical structure perspective. So an example would be, on average, give or take, we want our calcium to be in that 60 to 70 range. Magnesium between that 10 and 20 range, and then potassium thereafter will be around 4 or 5, maybe a little bit of hydrogen on there, but not much because that'll be displaced when we balance our pH. So without getting too into the weeds about how all the balancing works, I want to just give a quick overview of soil testing 101. And if you aren't going with a lab like Ward that's going to give you all of it, make sure you do pay extra so you actually have results that you can make a really good plan with, and you kind of have a full blueprint as to what the next steps are for your farm. Thanks so much, guys. Get outside, enjoy the outdoors. VitalizeSeed.com.